hello again, or for the first time, my lovely ladies and handsome gents. Welcome back, or for the first time, to Talk to the Hand Reviews. I'm Bo the Reviews Lady, and I'm really excited about what I have to talk to you about today because I haven't done this in a while. It is about Bath and Body Works fragrances. I hadn't bought a lot of Bath and Body Works fragrances for a while, and they weren't necessarily on my radar. That's not true. They were kind of on my radar, but they weren't like at the forefront until I was influenced by Emma over at Perfumerism. She's pretty adorable and really knowledgeable. It's very interesting, and I know you already know. But she said that Delina from Parfums de Marly, that Bath and Body Works had a dupe for it, and she gave it the chef's kiss when she reviewed it. So I thought, you know what, I'm not really trying to necessarily get Delina. I mean, I know it's beautiful. I believe you. I'm sure it's not popular for nothing, but I'm not really going to, I'm probably not going to go and buy it. But I would like to kind of know what it smells like. So that was appealing to me. And knowing that she said that there was a Bath and Body Works dupe that was really similar to it, got my attention because I wanted to know. I want to know, what does Delina smell like? If I never get a hold of it, what does it smell like? So that got me looking into other Bath and Body Works stuff. And it turns out they have this line called Everyday Luxuries. And so within this Everyday Luxuries line, they never make any claims, but there are a lot of general consensi about what these fragrances smell like. And there were a number of fragrances that once I started looking, there are a number of fragrances I'm probably not going to buy that I am curious, what do they smell like? So Emma sent me, no, you know what I mean, to Bath and Body Works, and once I started looking at their stuff, I realized, you know, I think I'm into just getting a bunch of Bath and Body Works fragrances now, and I don't mind if they're dupes for other fragrances. What difference does it make to me? They're Bath and Body Works sprays, you know? And the thing about Bath and Body Works is that a lot of the fragrances are the same noses that do designer and niche fragrances. And one of these in this group for sure is, and I'm going to share that with you. And without too much further, you know, explanation, I'm going to go ahead and get into it now with no further explanation. Okay, I'm going to start off with the one that Emma said smelled so much like Delina, Covered in Roses. This is, it's gorgeous. If this is what Delina smells like, I can see why it's so popular. However, I gotta be honest with you guys, and some of you might not want to hear this. Okay, this is an old lady rose. I'm sorry if you know, a lot of you call them old lady rose smelling. This, I'm so surprised that you guys, you gals, you folks who love this, don't think this is an old lady rose, or don't think that this is like that. The only thing extra that it has above that is like a really sweet, like a bit of a candy type of thing going on. But let me tell you, I adore this kind of fragrance, and I'm thrilled that so many people love it because, you know, I mean, it's like, okay, you know, of course this is wonderful. I have never smelled Delina, but according to Emma, this is like Delina. So Covered in Roses from Bath and Body Works, the one that started it all. By the way, on Fragrantica, 208 people did say also that this Covered in Roses is like Delina. So moving on, and that came out in 2024. Next up, Midnight Addiction. It's a 2025 floral fruity gourmand. Let's dance! Addiction, according to Fragrantica, 59 people felt this was similar to Black Opium. And I've only tried Black Opium a few times. I'm really familiar with the first Opium, the original Opium, but not Black Opium too much. So I cannot say whether or not I agree, but that's the general consensus of Midnight Addiction. And by the way, this is not part of the Everyday Luxuries line, but it is one that is purported to smell similar to a very famous fragrance. So Midnight Addiction. And I really like this, and I can see how this can definitely be a shared fragrance. It's very forward, and it's one that is said to be one of the stronger, but with better sillage and longer lasting power than a lot of other Bath & Body Works fragrances. So Midnight Addiction. Okay, moving on. Touch of Gold. This one has a big secret. Oh, I love this. The first time I tried this, it's one of these that I felt like I had to keep going back and smelling, because this is one, before I really thought too much about buying Bath & Body Works, I tried it. They had it in the front, and I was like, yeah, okay, this has an addictive quality to it. All right, yeah, I really like this one. You know, so I really did like this one before I went looking. And the thing about Touch of Gold, people say that it is similar to Paco Rabanne Lady Million. And also, people on Fragrantica felt it was similar to Jimmy Choo Le Parfum, and also YSL Libre. And it's a moderately performing one. I was surprised, because for me, especially when I sprayed this in my hair, it stays. Like, it will stay in your hair quite a bit. I don't remember, I haven't had that much time to really research most of these, but this is one that I did. And I do find it to be pretty good projection and not bad lasting power. And the secret about this one is this is the same nose that created Paco Rabanne 1 Million Gold Her, which I recently bought and I love. And I felt it is a bit similar to this, but no one else said so on Fragrantica. It's got this honey, sweet, sexy, it's beautiful. It's got a rich vibe. It's just, it's high class, high end. It's sophisticated yet youthful. I just love this. I love this. So, and it does have the famous nose. Now, I did have a little bit of, none of the other noses were listed for these, but this one was. So I'm really glad to share that with you. Touch of Gold by Bath & Body Works. Okay, the next one, when I went looking around for fragrances at Bath & Body Works, this one I picked up, and I was like, oh, okay. It was one, you know, sometimes, you probably know, for you, it does for me. Sometimes I'll smell a fragrance, and it will make me stop and live in slow motion for a moment and feel this extra effect of whatever it is I'm smelling in that fragrance. Okay, and this one did that to me. It is InnerAngel. Okay, and you probably can't think too far to realize it's supposed to be, well, not supposed to be, but this is the general consensus, that this is a pretty gosh darn good dupe for Angel Share by Kilian. And I've smelled that one a few times, and I don't remember being as taken aback with like by that as I was by this. However, you know, I smelled it only at Sephora when my nose was full of other fragrances, so I can't remember or say whether or not it smells like Angel Share, but I'll bet you those Fragrantica people are right about this one, because it's got some kind of booze note in it, and they say it's very fall-like, but I just think it is absolutely glorious. And oh, I love these sprays because, you know, you can just like, that's how I feel when I pull these out and I can just spray them so generously all over myself. Now, they don't necessarily last as long as fragrances do, but this is another one that lasted in my hair pretty well. Inner Angel. Now, Inner Angel, it is part of the Everyday Luxuries line. 86 people on Fragrantica felt it was like Angel Share. And also they say it is moderate to strong performance. And that's about what I found too. Moderate to strong performance. So Inner Angel, oh my gosh, yes. From Bath & Body Works. Okay, this is another one that's not from the Everyday Luxuries line, but is said to be really well known. Into the Night! Come on, you! Okay, no more messing around, maybe. Okay, this is another gorgeous fragrance, Into the Night. This one is purported to be similar to La Nuit Tresor. 89 people on Fragrantica felt it was like Black Opium. 136 people felt it was like something called Attrape Rêve from Louis Vuitton. And people said that this is the most long-lasting Bath & Body Works spray in the group that I have here. And I was so surprised that no one said it reminded them of La Vie Belle because, well, La Nuit Tresor, but not La Vie Belle. I think this is a lot like La Vie Belle. It's just as sexy, but it's not, you know, overtaking. It's fresh instead. It doesn't, you know, oh, so you're not weighed down by like really, you know, strong fragrance. It's nice and light with that bit of sexiness to it. So another one I love, Into the Night from Bath & Body Works. Okay, this one it was not part of any of my research about these fragrances that Bath & Body Works makes that smell like other fragrances. I just was like, oh, that's an old friend. I'm gonna grab it. It is Gingham. Gingham. Oh, it's just lovely. Look at how nice the mist is. Can I just say that like Bath & Body Works fragrances, usually they really have this mister thing down, you know? It's so pleasant. It's like a little dream moment when you spray this. It's lovely. So Gingham is an old friend. And I haven't had it though for years. And the funny thing is that when I picked it up this time and smelled it, I was like, oh my gosh, that smells exactly like English Laundry Primrose, which I totally fell in love with a couple years ago. I used up an entire bottle, which is really for me unusual. I try to save a little bit, but this one I just couldn't, and I might buy it. It's up there with fragrances that I would repurchase. However, I discovered my old friend Gingham smells just like it, so I picked up Gingham for me, and then I found out that people think that this smells like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. That was one of my signature fragrances for years. And I didn't realize that this smelled like that, but I guess it's been a while, but I don't know, but everyone seems to, the consensus is that this is very similar to light blue. So without trying, I did get one that, you know, for me, I know for sure smells like English Laundry Primrose, but that people say it smells like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. So that is the good old Gingham from Bath & Body Works. Oh, by the way, though, unfortunately, Gingham is not on the higher sillage lasting, all of that, maybe 2 to 4 hours, they say. You know, I haven't experienced this enough to know how long it lasts, but that was in general the general consensus that I was able to get. Okay, the next one is called Pink Obsessed. Okay, folks. Now, the fragrance that they say this is most like is Valentino Donna Born in Roma, which I don't own, but I've tried a lot, and every time I try it, it's like, it's up there on my list of to buy, right? It's gorgeous. I just haven't gotten any yet. So the day that I bought these in a mall, and down the, down the hallway was a Sephora. So I went down there with my bag of stuff, and I let my husband sit out there with the bag of stuff while I went into the Sephora, and I checked out a lot of these fragrances that they say this stuff smells like. Okay, so anyways, I went in there. This one, people say is similar to Valentino Donna Born in Roma. So I went in there, got really familiar with Valentino Donna Born in Roma. I sprayed the cards. I came outside with the cards, and I sat there with my husband, and he and I both smelled the cards and smelled this. And I have to tell you, this is really, this is, for me, it comes pretty darn close. Of course, you're not likely to get the lasting, the sillage. It's probably not as likely to come across as powerful of a fragrance as Valentino Donna Born in Roma. But, look how much there is in this. And, I really enjoy the Valentino Donna Born in Roma moment. Now, I took this out shopping with me, threw it in my bag. I sprayed on like 20 sprays before I left the house, sprayed the car full of another 20 sprays. My husband couldn't really smell it very much. However, as I went around about my day for about the next 6 hours, and I did reapply about, did I reapply? 3 hours? About 3 hours in, I reapplied. I would say, I think I got enough enjoyment out of this, considering that I can respray it when I want to, as long as I got my purse there. It's not like I'm trying to conserve this. I can use it, generously. So, Pink Obsessed, Valentino Donna Born in Roma. That's what the people say. That was part of the Everyday Luxuries line, and people did say that it was in general a moderate performance. Like I said, that was kind of my experience with it, but overall, I'm really glad I chose that one. And I do have to also tell you that it does smell a lot to me like Liz Claiborne Mambo as well. A little bit different, but I think if you like one, you'll like the other. It's a never heard about, never talked about fragrance that I think is really unique and pretty. It just happens to smell a lot like this and a lot like Valentino Donna Born in Roma by association, kind of, So it's just another one. That's just my opinion of that one. And I got one last one to show you. Infinite Radiance from Bath & Body Works. Now this one, I couldn't even find information about it on Fragrantica. I had to go looking elsewhere. This one people say is like Parfums de Marly Valaya. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? I gotta try that, So, not knowing what in the world Valaya smells like, and just buying this because, like, yeah, it smells like Valaya. Okay, I sprayed it at the store. It didn't remind me of anything. It's like, wow, that's really pretty. That's really interesting. Wow. Yeah, I really like that. It's like, yeah, that's one. I'm gonna take that one, right? So, I get home and I'm enjoying it, a little bit here and there. All of these. It's so fun to get a bunch of Bath & Body Works fragrances like all at once and just enjoy them all. Okay, and then after a while I was like, wait a minute, this does remind me of something. And when it finally came to me and cleared in my head, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. And I couldn't wait to tell people this because no one has said this so far. And keep in mind, I've never tried Valaya for real. I've only tried this, which is a general consensus. This is a pretty close dupe for Valaya. This smells like an Avon fragrance called Haiku Sunrise. And I never really particularly cared for it. I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. My husband likes it. You know, he's one that he noticed when I wore. I was like, really? I can't believe it. It seems so soft to me. It's a beautiful fragrance that's like, I mean, it's got this very fresh element to it, but there is a very specific thing in there, and I cannot even tell you what it's like, but it's fresh. It's definitely fresh. And I think probably a lot of people would like this. So, I mean, I understand why it's so popular. It's definitely unique too. In fact, I remember thinking that when I smelled that Avon fragrance, I remember thinking, oh wow, like, and I remember thinking, if a niche house came out with this, people would freak out about it. And look, it seems like maybe one already did. I don't know how long ago Valaya came out, or how long ago that Avon Haiku Sunrise came out. I don't know what the difference is. I haven't researched it all. All I'm telling you is that this is my opinion. But more than that, like, look at this bunch of great stuff from Bath & Body Works. I'm absolutely thrilled that I was able to get it. And I gotta tell you, make sure that when you think about going to Bath & Body Works, you check out their website and see what kind of deals they have going on, because sometimes they have crazy deals and sometimes they don't. And then you gotta bite it. Even though their prices are still really good compared to fragrances, they give you an opportunity to save here and there. And I thought one thing that was so nice that they did before the holiday season, they had this huge blockbuster for $40. They'd give you for $40 if you made, I think, a $40 purchase, you know, and that's reasonable. If you are a blockbuster shopper, you know that's not bad. Oh my gosh, it was full of stuff from the champagne toast line. I mean, they had everything, and the candles, and the little wick thing, a really cutely designed air freshener thing with refills and lotions and sprays, and I mean everything. It was huge. It was in a little bag. It was. I just thought, you know, a lot of people who really can't afford the kind of money that these companies ask for things like blockbusters, and even though they're a good deal, they're still like really expensive to just buy in. I love that Bath & Body Works comes through with something really cool like that, because I'll tell you what. I don't care how expensive your fragrance taste is. You can be buying the most expensive fragrance out there. But when you are at the mall and you walk around, you go to Bath & Body Works and you don't discriminate. You go, yeah, this is a cool little spray. Yeah, this is nice shower gel. Yeah, this is like, I could use that. So you don't think of it as lesser than. I mean, it doesn't take the place of your Dior fragrance that you love or whatever. I mean, for a lot of people it doesn't, you know. But that's the nice thing about Bath & Body Works. You can enjoy these. They're reasonably priced. Everyone can enjoy them. And then you're still over here wearing your, you know, your Oscar or your Dior or your Galan, whatever, you know. So I think this was amazing, and I'm so happy to have added these to my collection. And please tell me below, what have you recently added to your collection from Bath & Body Works? And I would like to know recent, if possible, because they change things around, you know, a lot. So I'm just curious to know. I will also like to know if it's discontinued, but most especially if you found something recently that you really enjoyed. And I want to thank you so much for watching me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!